Hey guys, I'm back. This time I want to do a video on BuildCraft 2.2.1. I want to focus a little bit on the alternate energy sources. So in case you spawn in a world where there isn't enough oil, there are other means for you to get that electricity to power your quarry or whatever you're powering. Alright, so here we go. In this vanilla server, I've got BuildCraft 2.2.1, and I also have IndustrialCraft 1.5. Maybe that's another subject for another video later. Okay, so to start with, let's look at the oil situation. I spawned here, I looked around, and there isn't all that much oil. I walked around a bit, flew around a bit, and couldn't find any. The only thing that I could find was, well, a couple of places, but they have small deposit. Right over here, I was able to get some oil out of this. And as you can see, the tanks over here, I thought I'd get a lot more. That's why I built those two huge tanks. As it turns out, that's all I've got. So that's probably enough to do certain things. So I built this power generator right here. Okay, it's got 20 engines power off of that oil, and mind you, this is good because this is the most powerful engine out of the 3 engines from BuildCraft. So when I power this sucker up, that thing flies. The quarry here really flies. But as you can see right now, I have it disconnected because I want to conserve that. I want to conserve that oil for some other purposes later. I want to have a little fun. So the second thought that I had was, what about lava? I don't know if you guys know, but in 2.2.1 the engine can also be powered off of lava. So I dug. I got all the way down here and found some lava, but not enough. I mean, if I really wanted to, I'm very desperate, I can probably dig even further down. But let's see what other ways we can get that electricity. So I pumped that up, and that's all I've got. Again, I want to save it. So the third way that you can get your power, your energy, is via redstone. This doesn't really require any natural resource like oil or lava or whatever. It doesn't even need water to cool the engine. The one big drawback I see is that it's a very, very wimpy little engine, so you need a lot of them. So what happens is you end up like what I've done here. This is 225 redstone engines. Check it out, 225 of them. Yeah, see, I'm sidetracking here, but the oil that I see in this world is like that. So when you scoop it up, it's probably gonna give you about maybe 5 buckets, 6 buckets. Not worth it. Well, back to the engines here. Back to the power generator here. So with a little bit of redstone, you know what? I hate redstone. As you can see, it takes up too much space. I can't wait for red power to be released, for a stable version of it to be released. Anyway, so 225. At first I thought maybe 45 or 90 of the creeper. Shoot. I don't want that to explode my thing. Come over here. You know, at first I thought maybe 45 or 100 of these would be sufficient to power that humongous quarry, but I got up to about 180 and it was very slow. So I finally settled on 225, and as you can see, the more engines you have, the thicker this line is. This is indicative of how much energy is being put out. So initially when you have like 45 or for 100, you see a thin line, or you don't even see a continuous line. You just see lines that are being broken up, and that's not enough to power that quarry. So eventually when you have enough, it can power that thing, the quarry. So the big drawback is that it lags the heck out of your server. If you look closely, it's jerky. You see the movement of that arm is a little bit jerky. It's not as smooth. But anyway, it works. So, it gives you enough energy to do that. And it's completely free. You don't need to dig for it. So, you have got the thing working. I'm collecting ores. It's worth mentioning that for every iron engine that you're using, you're gonna need to cool it down. I'm gonna just flip the switch here. Alright, I'm gonna connect up the other one to give you a flavor of how fast this thing is. Okay, I'm gonna disconnect the redstone engine here and connect this one up. There it goes. Yep, it is faster. Back to the point I was making. When you power these iron engine on, eventually they're gonna be very hot. They're gonna turn red. So you need to cool them. Okay, I'm gonna turn them off now because I don't want them to explode. But I'll show you where I pump the water from. So every one of these engines is connected via these pipes here for water. So I pump them from a little lake over here. Keep in mind that the water itself is limited. So you don't want a small little lake, because eventually that's going to run empty. Oh, I have it off. So it's a good thing I turned the engines off. Anyway, so you might want to flying. You might want to use something that's a little bit bigger, like a river or an ocean. I've seen people do a platform right in the middle of the ocean to draw water in, which is a very good idea. So that's it. Just want to touch on the 3 different types of energy that you potentially could use in your world. Have a good one.